Hey, it's your number one around the way girl, Phoenix Fire, and you are here live with us now on Straight No Chaser After Hours. I want to give a shout out to our sponsor, Raindrop Liquor, and our engineers for the evening, Michelle and Josiah. Tonight we have Hakim Hakim in the house. I know you ladies been waiting for this. Nobody move, nobody get hurt.
Lights down. Phoenix Fire. Straight.
Straight no chaser, after hours, turn me up, let it take ya, feel the power, Phoenix Fire, got you tangled in this sound, you don't need to go out, I'ma take you down, straight no chaser, after hours, slow and steady, let the minutes stretch for hours, from the first low note, till your guard falls down. You're the only one I'm talking to now. Soft laugh when you type my name. You in shorts and his old.
Hey, Hakim.
How you doing?
How you been?
I'm all right. Yourself?
I'm doing good.
Okay.
Thank you. So I am so happy to have you here on Straight No Chaser After Hours. And we've had interviewed in the past, but tonight is a little different because you said I can actually get personal.
Yes, you may.
That's a first for us, ladies. All right. So let's talk about your beginning in music. What inspired you to get into music and where are your plans?
I come from a musical family. Our uncles started their groups and had their careers back in the day, and I had the aspiration to, be a musician myself and found myself in a group. Did that for a couple of years, and I was solo around like 2017. I've been, riding a solo wave since. Released an EP called Phoenix, and I worked with a couple of people, some industry folks, kind of like, they're known, but they're more so on the musical side than, the forefront. People like Jeff Bradshaw and Chad West, Pink Sweats before he was Pink Sweats. Right now it's about carving out my own identity in the R&B genre that I choose to partake in and just figuring out what that looks like for me sonically.
So you said you started off with a group, but what made you go independent or solo?
The group was, it started as a 5-man group, then went down to 4. And just having some internal misunderstandings just led to the group breaking up. But the brotherhood was never broken. It was just, just a business thing. Even in our solo careers, we continue to work with each other and, help each other out because we all want to see each other make it. But I wasn't going to go solo at first because the group had been my entire aspiration at one point in time. And I was, hearing from people that I was working with, nah, man, you got it. You have your own style. You should follow whatever it is you want to do. And I've been doing it.
Well, you definitely have your own style, and R&B seems to be right where you need to be. But there's a mixture of soul, R&B, maybe even a little funk. What inspires you to write the music that you write?
Everything that I feel, my life experience, how I interpret other people's life experiences, what I would want to see for myself. People have their own demons, their own sins, their own desires, and those all are inspiration and motivation for art, if you can place it the right way and make it relatable.
So on the personal note, when you do write, the music that you write, is it based off of like relationships or, a particular somebody?
Some songs are drawn from real situations and real people. Every song isn't like a love song about some girl. That'd be a lot of women to be writing about. But at the same, there is a lot of women to write about, but you know, you might have a situation where you were in love, then you have your heartbreak situation. You have somebody who you wish was yours, somebody who should have never been yours. So those are all different perceptions that you could tell because they're all relatable stories.
So I know you said we can get personal, and you know, we follow each other on Facebook, Instagram, etc. And there was a post that you posted that kind of, you know, brought my, you know, spidey senses up. I'm like, okay, I know he's coming through. I definitely want to ask him about this. So it says, Aquarius and Aries, selfish, evil little bitches.
Oh, all right. To give what does the repost say to give context to that first?
So the repost says, worst sign y'all ever talked to.
Where can I look?
That's your camera right there.
I joke, I kid all day on Facebook. Please. I had bad experiences with people that just so happen to be those signs. And there are a lot of people that are those signs. Does it mean I think those people are bad people? No. But it's just fun to, like, you know, jab at it. Everybody be coming at Virgos. I'm a Virgo. So I'll make my little fun posts on Facebook.
Okay. Well, easy enough. You got out of that quickly. But how is the dating, how is your dating life during this time while you're, you know, actively performing, singing? You've been in quite a few plays. Are you finding it difficult to date or to meet women?
Meeting, no. Dating, yes. Being in a relationship, I can't say as an artist because every artist, I've seen people who have successful relationship as artists. For me personally, hasn't always been the easiest ride. I'm single right now, of course. I'm not dating. It's not that I don't want to. I have such a need to hold on to the next steps of my life that I can't afford to make the mistake of having a distraction. And it's not necessarily that the people I was with were distractions. Sometimes the choice to want to pursue a relationship is a distraction, because if you're working on you and then you go invest in somebody else, you're not done with you yet. And it just naturally depletes from whatever mission you have coming up next. So it's just kind of smart to wait till that time is right for you. And I know people say, you know, no time is the right time and you shouldn't wait, but everybody's life is different. People's seasons are different. And I'm in a need of having to pour into my basket. And if my cup has to run it over to the woman I choose, then I want to wait until I have a river that overflows first, you know, and that can mean many things to many people. Interpret it how you would like to, and how it would fit your lifestyle at this point. But I do see myself, I would like to get married one day. I want children, you know, I don't want to just have no kid with no random girl.
Right.
But, you know, especially turning 30, I think I see how much time I really have, honestly.
And what does that mean?
I thought in my 20s I needed to have a house and children and be married, and that's just not realistic in today's world, in today's economy. And especially for what I want, I'm an artist. You know, that's a very different, you know, alternative lifestyle than the average person. So having spent, you know, coming up on a decade of spending my years in my 20s and seeing how much, just reflecting what I could have done, you know, what I plan to do, what I still have time for. You know, I have another 10 years that I could use way better than I did in my 20s.
Well, you talk about women and you talk about turning 30, and we have talked in the past, like in interviews or because you've done quite a few of my events where you performed, and you always did such an excellent job. The funny thing is that when you would perform, all the ladies, I can hear them, you know, behind me, like, oh, he's so cute, he's this, he's that. And they're all older women. And I know you've experienced, like, you know, seeing older women at the time. Would you say it's that old soul inside of you that draws those women toward you? Or is that your preference to date older women? And this is for all the ladies out there, because I'm sure that's a question that they want to ask that they're not bold enough.
I think it's, I mean, having somebody mature is cool. Like having, mature women around is definitely more easygoing. It's not necessarily a preference. I would say when I look at just life and how people interact, authenticity is very important. And it just so happens that when you're more mature and you know who you are attracted to people who know who they are, kind of regardless of what age they may be, as long as they're an adult, of course. But, if I see no reason if a 40-year-old woman would look at me and, if she sees something she like and something she can appreciate within me and vice versa, like that's okay. I don't think age makes a difference when you know who you are and you have an identity.
So, you have some projects that you've been working on with music and with acting. What was the last play that you was in, and how did you feel about your performance? Because I seen your last performance, or the one prior to the one you just recently did last year, and you were phenomenal.
I appreciate it. The last play I did was Faded Rose. The play you're referring to is Jigging at the Jug. I played, I'm so mad I can't even remember my character's name, but I was a verbally abusive husband, which was something, it was new to me because it's not me as a person, and I never got to play a character like that, and I'm really about getting into my character. I'm like, what does that even look like? Like, how do I make myself mean, like on purpose? And I think I had taken all the nasty emotions I was feeling at that moment in time, things I would usually, restrict from saying to people in normal conversation. I just let it out. And it came off arrogant, very sarcastic. It was uncomfortable, but I had to embody that to really get into the character. It was different. And I got slapped for the first time, for real.
During the play?
I got slapped for real.
By
my wife.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. But I asked her.
Okay.
Because it got to be real. Like, you can't do that fake slap stuff. Like, nah, it got to feel real. And hearing the women in the crowd, cheer her on and like, that's right, girl. Like, you want that effect because so many women know what it's like to get that get back, that person that may deserve that slap, and you give it to them one time, especially after, can I swear?
It's past 10
especially after treating you like shit and somebody need a good slap. Like, yeah, like you want that relatable effect,
Right. So that's a little pinch of the acting bug. Like, are you interested in maybe getting on the screen or doing other projects other than, playwright?
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's been one of my dreams to be on camera. It's actually, I would say that, I'm going to say this probably for the first time, like out loud. Acting is secretly my passion. Music is cool. Like, I love music, and that's the forefront of what I do, but acting is the number one thing I've always wanted to do. So when I, touch onto that field, I don't think there's any stopping, but I'm headed there.
That's good. And as you should be. So with your project that you've been working on, talk about the song that you're going to perform in a few.
Well, the song I'm going to perform in a few was one of the first songs I did with Mel Go Hard out of Boston. It's an older song, but this song, it means so much towards the next project because I had done a rebrand. My name used to be Keem Lamore, and I changed it to Hakim Hakim. So that song was the last song I did as Keem Lamore. But I've also, ever since Melissa did that project that I was a part of, we were like, we have to do an album. So it took a few years. So I got inspired by a situation that happened, and me and Melissa had always talked about, let's do something. So she sent me a bunch of beats, and now I have 85% finished work of what would be I Would Hate Me Too. That's what the album is called.
Wow.
And yeah, this is a touch of Melissa's production, but it's of course it is an older song, but the songs that we have coming up that you all haven't heard and will hear, A1 for sure.
All right, well, we're going to give a shout out to Mel Go Hard, and you guys hold the line real quick because we're going to have Hakim Hakim perform right now. Nobody move, nobody get hurt.
Let's go hard.
Change your life around, make it heaven so you can walk in it. If you want it, you can choose then. If you can stand any airline, and if you want to cruise there, I can. Maybe I can make it happen. Let's start with moving. Get up on your space so we can move it. And to enjoy the sounds of moaning and laughing. I wanna kiss in France, make love in Greece, and trip to Japan, to any distant land. Even on Egyptian sands, escape into wherever we can. Hey, hey, ooh, she's a star from heaven, begging me to come to my senses. Get her undressed and make her love so pure, to be sure that all of what I say, it's all in store. When me and you be down, a connection that shakes the ground below us. Baby, stay focused, girl. I wanna kiss in France, make love and trip to Japan. International love, even on the Egyptian saints, into wherever we can. Hey, hey, ooh, na, na, na. I wanna love you simply as I can. Ooh, na, na, na. I wanna love you, hope you understand. Ooh, love you. Let me be your man. If I gotta remind you over and over again. Make love in Greece and trip to Japan over and over again.
I'm gonna need a fan. You did really good.
I'm pretty sure.
That was a really smooth song. And you're saying that was the last song that you did with your prior name.
Yes, it was.
There has been some changes about you as well that I've noticed. And that is the cutting off your hair. I mean, we had braids for a second, ponytails.
I had locks too.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What made you cut your hair?
Originally, just I got lazy with my hair, just hair splitting and all of that. And I was like, I need to start over. I need to, do a healthy treatment with my hair. So I cut it, and I'm like, I'm gonna try waves for the first time because I haven't had a haircut since I was 13. But then I saw the reviews. I'm like, you know what? just gonna keep this low cut. You know, try this new grown man era, and it does feel more mature, to be honest.
Well, that's good. I mean, we all go through those changes when we're 30. 30 brings out something different, you know. And I think when you change your outside appearance, you view life differently for some reason.
Yeah, because I believe when you change your appearance, the world views you differently. So they treat you according to what you're projecting out. And if what you're projecting has an intention and it's working, it's going to start to embody, whatever your intention was. Or life will embody whatever your intention was. Speaking of which, I am going through another brand change, which is why the album has taken so long.
Wow.
I can't tell people what it is.
Right.
All I can say is going into releasing my first album ever, it can't be anything mediocre.
Right.
And stepping into 30 can't be either. So I will be making another drastic change that will be noticeable. I won't walk the same. I won't talk the same. I won't dress the same. So this free, you can see all these colors now, but it's not that I'll be hiding, but there'll be a different man after August.
Interesting. So with that being said, tell our viewers, listeners, etc., like, what do you have? I mean, minus the new look and the new sound and the new walk, but what do you have coming up?
I'm more so focused on finishing the album, honestly. I will, I'm taking gigs. Of course, summertime is definitely the gig season. We'll make as much money as you can while it's nice outside. And, fall and winter that's where real music starts to come about. Right. So I'm really, and I'm independent. I don't have any management. So I'm kind of my own boss. I schedule my own shows. I have to do my own design. So more so about learning to get better at that. And also, I'm not in denial of the fact that I need a team. So I guess along the way, finding people whose vision aligns with mine, and then finding help, because you can't do everything by yourself.
Right. So tell our listeners and viewers how they can get in contact with you or follow you on social media, so that they're updated about, on what you have going on.
I am best reachable at I am Hakim Hakim on Instagram. Everything else is Hakim Hakim, but if you need to get to everything else, just go to Instagram at I am Hakim Hakim.
Well, Hakim Hakim, is that name going to change?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right, just making sure. No. Well, I want to thank you so much for coming on the Straight No Chaser After Hours. We're sharing, what you have going on, some of your music. You did very well. And I want to thank you again for pulling up on us. It's really much appreciated. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for coming through the Straight No Chaser After Hours. I'm your number one around the way girl, Phoenix Fire, and I will see you next week.
In your speaker that nobody else knows. Say you feel it.
All set. Thank you.
Say my name in the dark. Let our signals align. Straight no chaser. After hours, turn me up. Let it take you. Feel the power. Phoenix fire. Got you tangled in this sound. You don't need to go out. I'ma take you down. Straight no chaser. After hours. Slow and steady, let the minutes stretch for hours. From the first low note till your guard falls down. You're the only one I'm talking.